Hello and welcome to lesson 2 of the preliminary keyboard tutor book. So in this lesson we're going to learn how to play the F chord, and we're going to learn about a technique called the leading note, sometimes known as the upbeat. So the first thing we're going to learn is a new chord, which is your fingered F chord. And to play that chord, just put it on piano. The notes that you play are A, C and F. There you go. And you'll see that if you go from your F chord, the C note remains the same when you go to the C chord. So that's a good practice point to try and get the chord nice and smooth. Follow the fingering very carefully. Some people prefer to use the finger 4 at the bottom rather than the finger 5. That all depends on your hand size. So we now try 2 little exercises that incorporate in this new F chord. So the first one is an 8-beat. So we'll just put that in. We'll put the fingered chord on, 120 set of tempo. Here we go. And then on the next one, the marching F chord, the same settings. Then we move on to playing your first piece called Upbeat Rock and Roll. Now if you look very closely at this piece, you'll notice that the first bar has only got one note in. Now sometimes you get this when you have a song which doesn't begin on the first beat of the bar. And this is called either pickup notes or leading notes or upbeats. Mostly the term upbeat is used. Now if you notice carefully, you'll see as well that the very last bar has only got 3 counts in, and that's to balance with the first bar to make a whole one. Now right at the very beginning you've got an NC marking. Now that NC marking stands for no chord, and the reason you don't play a chord in that bar is because when you have the backing rhythm starts on the first beat of the bar. And that's why you play the C chord with the first beat of the bar, and the first note's just played on its own. So let's set all this up now then. So you've got your electric guitar first of all. We've got rock and roll. We've got a tempo, 130. Synchro goes on. Now remember, the first note's played on its own, the C chord comes in on the second note. Upbeat rock and roll. So lesson 2 then finishes just with 2 extra little pieces here that incorporate in your F chord. The first one's called the barcarolle, so let's set that up. You've got your clarinet in for your voice. Clarinet's in. You've got your waltz for your tempo there. 100, so you just need to put the tempo down to 100. Synchro goes on, and here's your performance. exactly the same voices, exactly the same speed, exactly the same rhythm. And that completes lesson 2.